So we're here with Iowa 2022 commit out of Southeast Valley, Aaron Graves. Aaron, how you doing today?
Doing all right.
So how do you think you performed today? I mean, obviously it was a pretty loaded field. First time really getting out here in a while, so how was it?
Yeah, it was just good to get back on the field today. Good to compete with. Got a good competition here. It's just a fun day.
Yeah, so how'd your sophomore season go for you?
Compared to my freshman year, I dropped a little bit in stats because, we played a couple less games and, double, triple team. Teams are playing for me a little more, but it can't be an excuse. Gotta show up next year.
So where do you really feel like you improved over the course of the year?
Especially since quarantine started, I've just been lifting harder because it's been off season. But just been ramping up weights and sprint training, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, so what's like kind of the relationship with Iowa been? I know they can't really contact you directly yet, but how have they been keeping in contact? What have they been doing? What's their message been?
So they can contact my dad.
Yeah.
Because he's a coach. So
right.
Yeah, they've been talking to him through me, talking to me through him. So yeah, they've been keeping in contact that way.
What's their message kind of been to you? Like what have they been saying? Like what do they like about you? Just
mainly that I just don't quit. Like just relentless, that kind of deal.
Yeah. So what about Ernst? When you've been working with him at Premier, obviously you got a bunch of good guys there, like Luke, Zach, a bunch of those guys. What have you really been focusing on while you're there?
We've been working on a lot of hand movement because, being in small Iowa football, kind of just bull rush everybody that I go against. So we've been working on a bunch of hand movement with Ernst, and he really knows what he's talking about.
So what are kind of the expectations now for junior? Obviously, it's going to be a big one for you.
So we dropped down to 1A for football. So I think I'll still work on my bull rush more, but working more hands, kind of technique, getting me ready for Iowa more.
Yeah. So are you playing both ways at high school, I imagine?
Yep.
So how is that kind of transition offensive, defensive line?
It's not that big.
When you're playing 1A, it's...
it's not too bad. It's not...
Have you, thought about possibly playing offensive line at the next level, or is it mainly just D-line?
I like D-line more, but, if I want to put me at offensive line, I'll do whatever they tell me.
Yes. So what are kind of the goals for next season? What do you kind of want to accomplish?
Well, I want to average 2 or 3 sacks a game, now that we're in 1A especially. Just kind of set a higher standard for myself this season.
Yeah, so have you been talking to any recruits or anything in the 2022 class, or not much?
Yeah, I have been. I've been texting a bunch of guys that I was offered, just seeing where their mind's at,
Which are some of the main ones?
Reggie from I forget where he's
Naperville
at.
Central?
Yep.
Yeah.
That kid. Xavier from yep. And then kid from Council Bluffs.
Hunter?
Yep, Hunter Dale.
Gotcha. So what's kind of your, when you're talking to them, what are you kind of telling them?
Kind of just seeing where their mind's at. I'm not trying to tell them, you have to commit to Iowa and stuff. Just if you think it's a good fit, if that's where your heart's at, then, kind of just see where their heart's at, honestly.
Yeah, for sure, man. So what are some of the things you kind of want to improve on, just keep, over the course of kind of just the next 2 years before you get to Iowa?
Definitely get a lot faster. That's something I really need to work on right now. Just edge rushing, come off the edge, and then my hand speed.
So I know, So I know it's still a ways away, but have you thought about early enrolling at all, or are you still kind of?
Not really. I haven't really thought about that quite yet.
Yeah, perfect. Appreciate